In today's video, I'm going to be talking about my audition experience auditioning for National Youth Theatre. So I made one of these videos last year when I did an online audition, but this year I did an in-person audition, so I thought I'd make an updated video. If you're new to my channel, then welcome to the Performing Arts and Me. My name is Millie and I'm a musical theatre graduate from London Studio Centre, and I auditioned earlier this year for the National Youth Theatre. It's taken me forever to get around to filming this video, but now I'm doing it, so let's get started. Okay, firstly, booking the audition. So I was based in London when I was auditioning. I obviously therefore wanted to book the London auditions because they audition all around the country. So when I came to try and book, basically all the slots were gone in London. I don't know if I was too late, like they went quickly, or whether I'd missed the booking date when I was looking, or I don't know. But basically all the London slots were gone, but I signed up to the wait list and I thought like, oh, there won't be any, like no one's going to cancel their space, there's not going to be any point being on the wait list, but I might as well sign up anyway. So I signed up, and then a bit later on I get an email saying that they'd opened up a new date in London. So pro tip, sign up to the wait list. I think it was the wait list email subscription thing that I had signed up to that meant I got that email. Could have been the general National Youth Theatre audition email, but I think it was because I was on the wait list. So I would recommend signing up for the wait list if you've missed it like I did, that is. That means if they open up an extra date, hopefully you'll get notified. So I signed up for the in-person auditions, otherwise I would have just done the online auditions, but I signed up for the in-person auditions. And I think they asked us to prepare a monologue and to be prepared to answer some interview style questions, and I think they gave us a list of suggested questions, which I think was the same or very similar to the ones that we had been asked to do for the self-tape the year before. On the day itself, I just want to note that I was actually ill on the day. I probably shouldn't have gone, but I'm not very good when I'm ill at like calling out of things, like calling off sick, because I'm like, well, if I can get there then I'm not that ill and I should go, which is not the mindset to have and I don't recommend. I had like a bad cold or like maybe a mild flu type thing. I did try to cancel. I tried to email them, or I emailed them to let them know that I wasn't feeling well and would it be okay if I switched to an online audition. But this was like 7:30 AM on a Saturday morning, so obviously who's checking their emails? So they didn't get back to me before I had to leave the house, so I decided to get on the bus anyway. Then when I got there I emailed them again to say, I'm here now, I'll do the audition, we'll see what happens, don't worry about cancelling it. So yeah, I arrived. I think I went to buy some paracetamol when I got there. There's like a Sainsbury's local or something that's really nearby, so I went there, got some paracetamol, went to National Youth Theatre. I think when I arrived I had to like give my name and say why I was there, and then they split us into like the younger National Youth Theatre people and the older National Youth Theatre people, so I was also in the older section. And then when we walked in you could sign up for your audition slot, because the morning section was like a workshop and then in the afternoon you had your audition slot. There were like 2 sheets of paper with the name of the person doing the audition on one sheet and then the name of the other person doing the audition on the other sheet, and then you picked a time slot on one of the sheets and that was your audition slot. So I was like the first or second person there, which meant I could sign up for one of the earlier slots, which meant that I could leave earlier, because after you'd done your slot you could leave. So if you want to leave early, then get there early so you can sign up for an earlier slot. So after everyone had arrived, we did the workshop in the morning. We had a vocal and physical warm-up, which was led by the 2 people who would be running the auditions in the afternoon. I think at the beginning we also did like a name, pronouns, access requirements, and maybe like fun fact about yourself kind of thing. Yeah, so we did our warm-up, and then after that we did like a devised thing where we were in groups and we had to create a short piece around a story that someone in the group came up with, and there was like a list of things that we could use to tell this story, and I think it's like limited word count, like physical theatre, and different devices we could use as well, but there were like limited words, so a lot of it was kind of a physicalized performance. I think you were supposed to use everything on the list, but I don't think my group got through everything on the list because of time. We showed those pieces to each other and we gave feedback, and then I think we showed them again, or maybe sections of them again, and then after that it was lunch break. We did also have a break somewhere in the middle of the workshop, maybe before we did the devising, I can't remember, which was around 15 minutes. So during lunch, and I think also during the break, there was like a little area where you could sit, so we got to sit and chat to people, which was quite nice actually. And coming from a musical theatre background, and there was another person there from my course, both of us coming from a musical theatre background, quite different sitting and talking to a group of actors than sitting and talking to a group of musical theatre people, which was really interesting. They just had like different perspective on things than I feel like musical theatre people would do. I think it was the Wicked film we were talking about that had just come out, and like it was just a normal conversation, whereas if you'd been in a room of musical theatre people, everyone would have been really excited about it, so it was just quite interesting. There were also National Youth Theatre members, so they could answer questions and they were like assisting with the running of the day as well. Then in the afternoon we had our audition slots, so I'm going to talk about my audition slot because obviously I don't know what happened in other people's, but I went in and I can't remember whether I did the monologue or the interview bit first, But when I was doing my monologue, I did it and then I was given some redirection, which was to make it bigger. So I did a section of it again, and then he stopped me and he said, no, I need you to make it like much bigger, make it physically bigger and less naturalistic. So I was like, well, go big or go home. So I did it much more, and he was like, yeah, that was better. So I'm glad he stopped me and asked me to do it again and much more, because it gave me another chance to like show that I could take that redirection. Then I sat down and we had a little chat, and I think the questions were like prior experience, why do you want to join National Youth Theatre, and something you're interested in outside of acting or something like that. There was maybe another one, I can't remember, but I think those were the questions. It was a little while ago now, but I think they're quite similar to the ones that we were asked on the self-tape from the year before. I guess because they're trying to get the same information from people whether they're auditioning in person or online. And then after my slot I was free to go, which felt really weird. I didn't feel like I should be leaving when other people were there. I didn't get a place at National Youth Theatre. I can't remember how long I waited to hear, but you do hear either way, which is quite nice. Something else to note is that one of my friends who had been at a different audition day, we were talking about the audition, and she said her workshop was different in the morning. I guess because she had different people leading the workshop and like leading the audition. I guess just to say that yours might not be the same. And also the audition process might change from year to year, who knows. Oh, something else to say is one of the student helpers was in my audition slot. They said that I could choose to use them as an eyeline or not, and potentially in one of the redirections he told me to or not to. Whichever I'd done, maybe he told me to do the other. Can't remember. Basically, it was a long time ago and it's hard to remember all the details. But I hope that this has been somewhat helpful. If it has, please do subscribe. So yeah, that's everything. Thank you very much for watching. Bye!